get out to the field, doing what I love. As long as I'm out here, I don't care where I end up. Big old buck on the ground, about had a heart attack. Can't wait to tell the boys back at the bone shack. Bring it on back to the bone shack. Bring it on back to the bone shack. It's got antlers on the wall, rusty old nails. You can sit and listen to the stories it could tell. Listen about the one that got away with a big old rack. Can't wait to hear the story from the bone shack. Bring it on back to the bone shack. Bring it on back to the bone shack. Bring it on back to the bone shack.
Well, it was certainly no easy task getting to this point. 12 days of hard hunting, and Shawn finally got to put his tag on a mature mule deer. The hunt got off to a rocky start when Shawn and his brother Chris found their target buck dead laying alongside the road with a bullet hole in his shoulder. Then, on opening day, Shawn spent most of his time helping Chris trying to get a shot on a massive buck he'd spotted that morning. But after 4 stalks within 40 yards, he never did get a shot, and the buck disappeared. Shawn's first stalk of the trip didn't happen till day 3. First thing in the morning, he spotted a nice 4-point slipping into his bedding area. He couldn't see where the buck actually bedded down, so he gave it a couple hours and then slipped into position. And he blew it. Shawn wasn't aware that a couple smaller bucks had bedded down in the same area, and when they blew out, they took the bigger buck with them. On day 4, Shawn relocated the big 4-point that he'd put the stalk on the day before. As the day heated up, the bucks took refuge underneath a juniper. As the temperature got hotter, the thermals began blowing uphill, and soon enough, it was time for the stalk. Yep, blew it again. One misplaced step and the buck bounced. After the last stalk, the hunters watched the buck work his way up the draw and into some thick chaparral and junipers. He knew not exactly where the buck was, so Shawn got into position down in the draw and waited for the buck to show himself. After over an hour of playing cat and mouse, the buck finally stood broadside, but now, at over 90 yards, he was well out of range. So, instead of taking a risky shot, Shawn pulled off the Solvid universal head camera mount and zoomed in with the camcorder. That was the last time Shawn saw this buck alive. On day 8, Chris put him down with an arrow to the lungs. At least Shawn got to help pack him out, though.
Looks like they're coming down a little bit further over.
It went by way too fast, but all of a sudden it was day 9, the last day of this trip. Fortunately, Shawn found a nice 4-point making his way to a bedding area.
So the one's going downhill here. Who knows what it's doing over there? I'm gonna try and make my way up that road. Get on the backside. Hopefully come in.
And that was it, a big miss for Shawn on the last day of the trip. There's still a lot of season left yet, so no doubt he'll be back. With a tag burning a hole in his pocket, Shawn couldn't stay away very long. On the last day of his weekend trip, he found a big, mature 2x3 that looked like he was going to put himself in a good spot for a stalk.
Is that close or what? I'm surprised. Let's see over here. Look like the shower's really good.
Shawn decided to give it a little bit of time, so once back at his camera, he took the Solvid head camera mount off and replayed the footage.
Go. Didn't make more than 100 yards. The hill is probably halfway down in. Definitely, I haven't seen the other side yet where it went in, but exit was just right in the perfect spot.
I head out to the field, doing what I love. As long as I'm out here, I don't care. I end up big old buck on the ground.